Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone on Mixcloud. I haven't actually got SharkyDJ's Mixcloud up yet. So, good morning, Miscellaneous. Good morning, Wolf, Michael, Fister. I'm glad to see you always join every week on Mondays and Tuesdays. So, it's really, really good to see you. So, good morning, all. I have had a night, Willow cats. I don't know if
You and your
anybody else
cat.
has got cats that have this problem, but I have willow hairs everywhere. And I had a hair in my eye this morning that I couldn't find. White hairs is probably the most difficult thing to try and find. It was stuck in my eye somewhere. I'm forever trying to find it. I've got swollen eye, two swollen eyes now, rubbing it furiously trying to find willow hair. So, cats
Yeah.
and hair just do not go sometimes. It's too much. It's too much. So what's been
Yeah.
going on, Sharky DJ?
Well, I've got this echo going on. I'm just trying to sort it out. Hold on one second. If you just talk about news or something, let me
Well,
see if I can
whilst
work out
whilst
that now.
Sharky's doing that, anyway, guys. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys heard that, but Rihanna, number one, Rihanna was paid 4.9 million to perform at a private party. 4.9 million. And apparently she did a very lackluster performance. And they weren't pleased. Some bloggers and fans, super fans, saying that Rihanna is a lazy performer anyway. And she performed a couple of her tracks, but being paid 4.9 million is a lot of money.
It
I mean,
is.
I don't know. Would I? I'll just go out there and stand up there like Taylor Swift, walk across the stage up and down and sing. They say that Rihanna is a lazy performer. Have you ever seen Taylor Swift perform? If you compare her to the likes of Madonna or Beyonce, she really can't dance and she just walks up and down the stage and is one of the biggest pop stars. So I don't get it. And then you've got Rihanna that they just want to criticize. So she's one of the richest women on the earth and she's still being paid, excuse me, 4.9 million to perform. But that sounds like a lot of money. But once the tax man, or in the name of the U.S. tax man, the IRS gets involved, it's not 4.9 million. And by the time you think about all the private jets and the dresses and the makeup artists, a cool million's taken off for that, and then the IRS will take another 2 mil. So she probably might get left with about 1.9 million still.
Still, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
It's a lot of money. And if you're smart, like most people are, you're funneling them into offshore accounts and tax havens and charitable things where you can hide your money, setting up charitable trusts, pouring your money in there so you don't have to pay any tax. Or do what, who was it that's become a vicar or a pastor? Once you become a vicar or a pastor, you don't pay no taxes. I hope you know that, people. If you, one sure way, right, of not paying taxes, become the man of a church or the woman of the church. Become a person of the church. No tax has to be paid. Isn't that wonderful? Why is
Is
that?
that right? I didn't even know. I really had no idea about that.
I don't know whether it's still apt. I know it was back in the day, but all these laws have changed. I spoke about Companies House last week with all these price rises. So you never know. The government's probably coming after the vicars and the man of the church too.
Would surprise me. It really would not surprise me the way that the government are going on.
Oh, they're
They're
going on
trying to get
wicked.
money from absolutely everybody.
They're going on very wicked. And just before you go off and play a track, right? For those of you who are smokers, it's all bad news. It has been for the last 20 years, right? I remember when packs of cigarettes were like £2.50 and you could get a box of 10. A pack of cigarettes now, on average in the UK, costs £14.50p or
Wow.
£14.69 for a packet of 20 cigarettes. In next month's budget, they're looking to raise the price to £16 for a box of 20 cigarettes. So for those of you who are smokers or use cigarettes for all otherwise things, yeah, £16. We are the most expensive country for cigarettes. France is £9. I think it's Belgium is £7, and Germany is the cheapest at £7.50 for a pack of 20 cigarettes. I think it's
Wow.
Spain is £7.50. Sorry, France is £9. Spain is £7.50, and Spain is £7, and Germany is £6.50. I think it is something like that. Really, really cheap.
I'm so glad I don't have that problem, that smoking problem. I'm so glad. As far as I'm concerned, they could be worth like £100. It won't affect me whatsoever.
Oh, it's lucky you missed that then. It's
Get
lucky you
yourself
missed.
sorted. Get yourself sorted, young lady.
I'm going to laugh at that. Mixclouders, laugh at that comment from Mr. Sharky DJ. Anyway, good morning, VenRG. How are you, my darling? Good morning, Paula Paris. Good morning, Jax Happy, Spice Nice, Sugar Sweet. Laurie, Lisa. I didn't say all these good mornings when I came on. G-Force and anybody else. So Janet Bajan Fitness. Now, I really want to quickly talk about this. I should have spoken about this when I came on. Now, there was the Lovers Rock Slow Jams, Kings of Slow Jams party over the weekend, which was great fun. I think it was the place to be. I think everybody was there. Great music, great vibe, great atmosphere. Now, I just want to tackle something that Sharky was talking about when he spoke about people coming with the right clothes on and the right outfit. Now, I was standing outside chatting to a friend of mine when we got approached. A young man came up, rolled up, brave, confident. I've got to give it to him. Round of applause. But he looked like a roadman. He was a proper, he had black trainers on, black jeans, hung a bit low, black t-shirt, not even a shirt, a black t-shirt with a black puffer jacket with a hoodie. And there's little twist dreads. And we're looking at him like, so roadman, how did you get in? How did he get in? And so when we inquired about his outfit and his choice of outfit, he looked a bit perturbed when I said to him, well, you've got two girls here that are dressed very nicely and you come with this roadman outfit with a hoodie. You may as well just put it on and go for the whole thing. Get a balaclava, slide that out your pocket. No roadman. So there was the case of the roadman and then came rayon man. Remember that material, that cheap material? Rayon. I think it was a mix of nylon and cotton or whatever it was. It was cheap. Dear. When you look at it, it's shiny. It's that cheap. I swear this man said, I need a suit for the party. I'm going to get a suit. Any suit. I don't care what suit it is. Ill-fitting, hanging down. I don't care. He wore this suit and it was just like, why? Why? It didn't fit right. It was too big. The material looked rubbish. It looked like it had been ironed like 10 times. I felt bad for him. He was doing the rounds, though, so I heard. He was trying his luck. And I wonder if 1 out of 20 conceded. Rayon man and road man.
But don't you find that those are the guys that always have the confidence to approach women? Because the guys who are dressed up, they be like standing there and they're just watching. They're like lions, watching, waiting for the buffalo, which one they're going to pick. But those ones, they just come out like, I don't care.
You know what it is? Those men are the most dangerous ones because they've got nothing to lose. They've got no dignity to lose. They've already lost that 10 times over. I might as well just go for it. And they just go and do the rounds. I've seen men do it. I'll go to this woman. I've tried my luck. I'll try the next one. And they'll just keep going till one vulnerable person is going to give in to rayon man or road man. I need someone to go home with. Rayon man, road man, I don't know. Bad suit or bad outfit. I don't know. I don't know how it was smelling under that puffer jacket. How can you wear a puffer jacket to a dance? God almighty. And you know what? I don't think people wash their coats too often, So how long he's had that coat throughout summer, throughout winter, and then in a dance?
But I would just feel embarrassed just to walk in and I see everyone dressed up. And I'm not dressed up, I'm like in my, my road clothes that my jeans have just come. I've just walked into the dance. I see everyone dressed up and I'm really going to go up to somebody and say hi. I'm not even going to say hi. I mean, like, so you know what? I'll make up an excuse or something. I don't know. Some of these guys, man, you got to give it to them.
I saw a couple that felt bad. They were at the back. So I was weaving throughout the club, just checking, seeing who was there. And this man had his girlfriend. I'm not going to reveal too much. And she was wearing jeans and just a simple kind of blouse thing. Not dressed up. It looked like we'll go to the park and sit down on the grass type outfit. Right? And she's come in a dance. And her man standing behind her, like dancing with her, and you could tell that she was the epitome of embarrassment because everybody was dressed up. Everybody looked nice in their outfits. But I mean, if that's your attire and that's what you want to come out with, who are we to criticize? But don't fade into the background and start feeling bad about yourself if you don't know the dress code and you haven't aspired to as such. It don't cost much to buy a dress. Pretty little thing, you get one under tenner. It cost you less to buy a dress than it would cost you to get into that dance.
Oh dear, what did she have on?
She had on jeans. She had on jeans and just like a blouse, just like a simple a strappy blouse. It wasn't like it had any pattern. It was just cream and some jeans. And I think the jeans were slightly flary. And I looked at them both and I thought, you know, I think he had on a shirt and some trousers. I can't remember. I didn't look him up and down too tough. But she definitely stood out of place with how she looked. It was, you know, alongside Roadman and Rayon Man. I'll never forget those two. Never forget. In one night, Rayon Man and Roadman. Bad. Oh, terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I saw a few video clips of the event, and you know, someone was going around with the camera, and I was like spotting certain people, and I was like, "Ooh, you stand out! You stand out! You stand out!"
I don't want to be one for criticising people for their clothes, because you've got people of all different shapes and sizes, and everybody looks beautiful as far as I'm concerned, right? But I'm just talking about when people don't make the effort. There's a complete difference.
Yeah,
complete difference to not making the effort. Yeah. So it's not here just trying to look at people's clothes and see how they're dressed aptly or not or whatever. But certain things stand out. She stood out. She definitively stood out amongst everybody dressed up to the nines. And then you... Roadman and Rayon Man. Listen, I'm going to come off Roadman and Rayon Man. It's past. Rudi Lickwood should have been here. He's not here.
You were laughing away. What were you laughing?
Do you know, because I just jumped into my Mixcloud and I was checking out all the chat. And good morning, lovely Lee. I didn't see you up there. Martin Winter, Lady B, good morning. And Lady B says your church has to be registered charity to be tax exempt. That's it. So you have to be registered charity and then you can be tax exempt. And yes, good morning, Pablo Mix as well. And I was actually with the lovely Lee, that's who I was talking about when Roadman and Rayon Man actually approached us. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore.
Roadman and Rayon Man, you know. Oh, I tell you, as a guy, yeah, I would hate to be walking in and someone's got this name for me, you know, like Roadman or Rayon Man or whatever, man, you know. Who wants that?
Well, you know what I mean? Come correct. That's all I can say. Look,
dear.
Take a good look in the mirror at all angles. You know, you turn around and check. You know, sometimes, you know, I use gel in my hair and I've gone out sometimes and think I didn't see like a big blob of gel not quite rubbed in my head. You know, get some friends, check yourself out, then go out and you can feel nice and confident. Or you don't care and be like Rayon Man and Roadman and just come as you are and be the buffalo. But anyway, I'm going to come off that subject.
Before you go, HBQ, have I told you how wonderful you look this morning?
Thank you. I've got some bags under my eyes, though. I've got a little bit of an allergy going on since Saturday. And I'm not even going to mention what happened Saturday when someone decided to spray their aftershave on me. Pico! I don't know what got into him. He decided to spray some male aftershave, and it was that really strong aftershave. So I smelt of a man, you know? I think I was attracting women. That pheromone scent going on.
I mean, there is a criteria. You know, when you go out, the one thing that you do not do as a man, you never ever spray your aftershave on a woman. They've got their perfume on already. Who says they want a man's scent around them? You know, you could get her in trouble. Her man would say, "Where you been? Who you been with?" That's a man's aftershave. You know, what excuse are you gonna make?
In it, and I was smelling so nice, so nice. But anyway, very quickly, I think I see Mr. Rudi Lickwood in the back room. He's not ready yet, but anyway. But I got something to talk about anyway. Coming off that subject, I've got something else interesting to talk about. Now, for those of you that are looking for a side hustle, there are many things out there to do. And sometimes you've got to look for the niche markets. What are people not doing? And where is the market for it? Now, one woman, she was on 90 Day Fiancé. This was a reality show in the United States. Okay, now, after the pandemic, she found herself at a bit of a loss, couldn't earn any money. There was no shows coming in, and she thought, what can I do? So she decided she was going to sell farts in a jar.
Wow.
Right, I kid you not. Farts in a jar. Now, you may laugh. You may laugh, right? But she has made £38,000 a week selling farts in a jar. I kid you not. It's a true story. She bottles it. And she had a 260k strong following her to sell her product, right? And she said at one point demand was so high that she was producing up to 50 jars worth of farts a week, £38,000. Now apparently, you know, and then I went onto a website to check out, you know, if there is a market for this And there's a website that sells farts, and you can have like a pungent. Like, how strong do you want it? Like, I gotta find this site because there are some names for things I just think, oh my god, do people like this? And I mean, for the farters of those, the real pungent farters, there's money to be made out of this. So if you can bottle it up and sell it instead of, putting your girlfriend's head under and fluffing up the covers and making her smell it, sell it. Don't smell it, sell it. You like that line? I'm good, I know.
Yeah, that sounds like a, don't sell it, smell it, or don't sell it, or something like that. Yeah, that sounds good. what was the catchphrase again? Smell it, don't sell it, or sell it, don't smell it. What?
Sell it, don't smell it, or
That's
sell it.
it.
Sell
That's
it and smell it.
Sell
Sell
it.
it.
No, sell it.
Sell it and smell it.
Sell it, don't smell it. That's it. Sell it, don't smell it. Yeah.
You're supposed to smell it.
Who wants to smell? Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that.
Some people like the smell of their own farts, Some people, have a good meal and decide, this is what I'm going to do. But she said she consumed 3 protein shakes and a huge bowl of black bean soup. That's surely going to do it. In one day before feeling something was not quite right. So then she relieved herself and decided, I'm gonna sell this.
So there you go, people. If you do want a line of business, you can sell your own body odor smells or whatever. You know what? I think I might try doing that. Put my arm over. But the only thing is, I don't smell under my arm. Or bad breath. Could you sell bad breath or something like that?
You could do. There's all sorts of things. Now, there's a site called fartsdirect.com. You can go into there. You can decide on the aroma that you want, the level of stink that you want. And get it sent to you. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's farts direct. There's Love Puff. There's Pungent Pickings, Tradesman's Trump, Fresh as Farts, Stag Do Stench, Thank You Farts, Shart in a Jar. There's all sorts.
Dear.
There's all sorts. But people have had. Sell all sorts of things. I mean, on OnlyFans, you can get for the maddest fetishes. You can just go and find them on OnlyFans, or there's websites. I remember working with a gentleman who used to like dirty knickers. So he used to go to a website where he used to get used knickers, so he could sit there and smell them. And there is a website that sells used knickers for men that like the smell of used knickers. So I'm going to leave it here, people. We've talked about farts in a jar.
Oh, God. It's all happening this morning. I tell you, it's all comical this morning. I tell you. You were laughing away. What were you laughing at?
Because I just jumped into my Mixcloud and I was checking out all the chat. And good morning, lovely Lee. I didn't see you up there. Martin Winter, Lady B, good morning. And Lady B says your church has to be registered charity to be tax exempt. That's it. So you have to be registered charity and then you can be tax exempt. And yes, good morning, Pablo Mix as well. And I was actually with the lovely Lee. That's who I was talking about when Roadman and Rayon Man actually approached us. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore.
Roadman and Rayon Man, Oh, I tell you, as a guy, I would hate to be walking in and someone's got this name for me, like Roadman or Rayon Man or whatever man, Who wants that?
Well, you know what I mean? Come correct. That's all I can say. Look,
dear.
Take a good look in the mirror at all angles. You turn around and check. Sometimes, I use gel in my hair and I've gone out sometimes and think I didn't see like a big blob of gel not quite rubbed in my head. Get some friends, check yourself out, then go out and you can feel nice and confident. Or you don't care and be like Rayon Man and Roadman and just come as you are and be the buffalo. But anyway, I'm going to come off that subject.
Before you go, HBQ, have I told you how wonderful you look this morning?
Ah, thank you. I've got some bags under my eyes, though. I've got a little bit of an allergy going on since Saturday. And I'm not even going to mention what happened Saturday when someone decided to spray their aftershave on me. Pico! I don't know what got into him. He decided to spray some male aftershave, and it was that really strong aftershave. So I smelt of a man,
Oh,
I think I was attracting women. That pheromone scent going on.
What, I mean, there is a criteria. When you go out, the one thing that you do not do as a man, you never ever spray your aftershave on a woman. They've got their perfume on already. Who says they want a man's scent around them? You know, you could get her in trouble. Her man would say, where you been? Who you been with? That's a man's aftershave, you know. What excuse are you going to make?
In it, and I was smelling so nice. But anyway, very quickly, I think I see Mr. Rudi Lickwood in the back room. He's not ready yet, but anyway. But I got something to talk about anyway. Coming off that subject, I've got something else interesting to talk about. Now, for those of you that are looking for a side hustle, there are many things out there to do. And sometimes you've got to look for the niche markets. What are people not doing? And where is the market for it? Now, one woman, she was on 90 Day Fiancé. This was a reality show in the United States. Okay, now, after the pandemic, she found herself at a bit of a loss, couldn't earn any money. There was no shows coming in. And she thought, what can I do? So she decided she was going to sell farts in a jar.
Wow.
Right, I kid you not. Farts in a jar. Now, you may laugh. You may laugh, right? But she has made £38,000 a week selling farts in a jar. I kid you not. It's a true story. She bottles it, and she had a 260k strong following her to sell her product, right? And she said at one point demand was so high that she was producing up to 50 jars worth of farts a week. £38,000. Now, apparently, you know, and then I went onto a website to check out, you know, if there is a market for this. And there is. There's a website that sells farts. And you can have like a pungent, right? How strong do you want it? Like, I got to find this site. Because there are some names for things I just think, oh my God, do people like this? And I mean, for the farters of those, the real pungent farters, there's money to be made out of this. So if you can bottle it up and sell it instead of, you know, putting your girlfriend's head under and fluffing up the covers and making her smell it, sell it. Don't smell it, sell it. You like that line? I'm good on her.
Yeah, that sounds like a, you know, don't sell it, smell it, or don't sell it, or something like that. Yeah, that sounds good. What was the catchphrase again? Smell it, don't sell it, or sell it, don't smell it. What?
Sell it, don't smell it, or
That's
sell it.
it.
Sell it and smell it.
Sell it and smell it. Sell it, don't smell it. That's it. Sell it, don't smell it. Yeah.
You're supposed to smell it.
Who wants to smell? Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that.
Some people like the smell of their own farts, you know. Some people, you know, have a good meal and decide, you know, this is what I'm going to do. But she said she consumed 3 protein shakes and a huge bowl of black bean soup. That's surely going to do it. In one day before feeling something was not quite right. You know, so then she relieved herself and decided, you know, I'm gonna sell this.
So there you go, people. If you do want a line of business, you can sell your own body odor smells or whatever. You know what? I think I might try doing that. Put my arm over. But the only thing is, I don't smell under my arm. Or bad breath. Could you sell bad breath or something like that?
You could do. There's all sorts of things. Now, there's a site called fartsdirect.com. You can go into there. You can decide on the aroma that you want, the level of stink that you want. And get it sent to you. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's farts direct. There's Love Puff. There's Pungent Pickings, Tradesman's Trump, Fresh as Fart, Stag Do Stench, Thank You Fart, Shart in a Jar. There's all sorts.
Dear.
There's all sorts. But you know, people have had sell all sorts of things. I mean, on OnlyFans, you can get for the maddest fetishes. You can just go and find them on OnlyFans, or there's websites. I remember working with a gentleman who used to like dirty knickers. So he used to go to a website where he used to get used knickers, so he could sit there and smell them. And there is a website that sells used knickers for men that like the smell of used knickers. So I'm going to leave it here, people. We've talked about farts in a jar.
God. It's all happening this morning. I tell you, it's all comical this morning. I tell you. Jeez. You know what? Let me play a track.
So yes, we are back. So we have. I think we're just about ready for Rudi Lickwood. So let's introduce him properly. Let's do that. You ready for us, Rudi? Welcome to the Breakfast Flight Show. It's time for the comedy special with our guest co-host, Rudi Lickwood.
Morning.
Hey, it's Rudi
Sorry, I'll say
Lickwood.
it's just that I went shopping, bought some farts in a jar. I went and bought some plantain and oxtail. Plantain and oxtail, that's my ting. You understand what I'm saying? So when I get some scratch and sniff knickers, it's got to be oxtail and it's got to be oxtail and plantain she's been eating. Otherwise, it's no good to me. It's no good.
You were listening. You were listening. Obviously, we've had a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, he was listening.
Oh my God! Well, I didn't mean to wear the duffel coat in the rave. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't mean to do that. You understand? Just that it's cold outside, man. I've got a convertible car and a duffel coat. That's cold living in England. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. But yes, it's the flight time, breakfast flight time, comedy roundup, and Sharky, man, boy, have we got a plethora of activity that's happening in the month of March. We really do.
Okay. Good morning. You good?
I'm not too bad.
I'm ready for you this morning. I'm ready for.
We're ready like Freddie.
Are we ready like Freddie? We're ready.
Yes.
Well, let's just go straight into it, because obviously that's what the listeners want to know. That's what we want to know. What is actually happening this month? So we can go straight to the 6th of March, because it is today, no doubt. No, tomorrow is the 6th of March. What am I saying? I'm a day early. And as you can see, we've got Elroy Welsh. He's doing some work in progress, and we've got Brandon Palmer there and Jimmy James Jones. He's been in several adverts. People may have seen him and not even noticed. But this is just to let people know that all these shows are not based solely in London. All right? Because you can see down there, it says Milton Keynes. Yeah? Milton Keynes. So if you scan the code, you can find out exactly where it is. I've done the show down at One Savory Crescent, and it's a fantastic show. So please go out and check Elroy. Right? He'll look forward to seeing you. We had a late entry that came in last night. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Princess, did you see it? Yeah.
Is that the Comedy Crypt?
There you go. It's the Comedy Crypt, and once again, it's look where this is. Where is this? This is in Bristol. Bristol, right? It's not just a straight stand-up comedy show. As we can see, there's also going to be a game show special. It's going to be hosted by Dizzle, who to me personally, that is one of the most naturally funniest comedians on the circuit, alongside Kevin J. Oh my God, he's gonna kill me with that big afro. Prince Abdi, yeah, and the young lady next to him is Kaylee Loudmouth. Now, ladies, you are gonna love Kaylee. You are gonna love her. She sounds a bit like Felicity Wendy, Felicity Ethnic, in terms of her delivery and the mature subjects that she covers. So Bristol, if you guys are out there and you're wondering what you can do in the next couple of days, please go and check out the Crypt. Right, I'm sure that you're gonna enjoy that. So we'll keep moving it along, because then we hit the is it the 16th of March?
Got the 10th of March.
No, the 10th of March. What have I got for the 10th?
Touch of Class.
There you go. Touch of Class. That's Sunday. That's Mother's Day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is. That's Mother's Day, and not only is it Mother's Day, but it's a heavy lineup. This is what you call Hackney Empire at its best, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're looking for something to do with your mum this month and you haven't decided, you got White Yardie there. You've also got Christopher Savage, who came down to the Ransom Mance Comedy Club on Thursday night, tore up the place. And of course, we've got the Don himself and Slim. And when you think about it, so I don't know where you're going to get a lineup like that. I don't even know. I don't even think Hackney, in truth, I don't think Hackney Empire could afford such a lineup, because at the end of the day, they're also going to have a band that's going to be playing reggae music, a live band at that, live at Hackney Empire. So the place, there's not only
sounds very interesting indeed.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, because it's not just a case of them saying that you're just going to have a bit of comedy, but you're also going to sing along. Because I've done several of those shows in my time, and it tends to end up with the audience coming out of their seat and getting up and singing and dancing, right? And then you always get that miserable lot. You know, the one who don't want to stand up and dance like everybody else. They want to sit down and go, I can't see, I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. Sit down, I paid for a seat.
They're always them ones.
There's always them ones. And then after that, what we got?
12th of March.
12th of March. That's Lovers and Pies down in Wembley.
Oh, I missed one. This is one
What?
that you sent through first. The Shabba Show. Sorry, the 10th of March. If we're continuing on. Sorry.
Yeah, Shabba did his debut one-man show recently down at Top Secret in Covent Garden. He's now putting on his own show, and this show is free, by the way. Can you believe that? Free, people. So if you're broke and you ain't got nowhere to take mum, yeah, you can take her down by Shabba, yeah, because that's a free show. That's at the Bricks. All right, there's a limited amount of free tickets, as you can see there, and that is on the 10th of March, right? So, boy, don't miss it. Don't. Okay, and then we were back to Lovers and Pies, which is next week. That's my show, by the way, where I've got Mr. C, who is one of the facilitators of the comedy school. We've also got a new young lady I think you guys should look out for, Auntie Kamara. New guy on the block again, Ricky Bowley. And then we've got the host of the Rants and Bants Comedy Club, IC Jones. Tickets are only £10, and you can get your tickets from Eventbrite. Don't delay on this one. The tickets are limited, okay, because it's got a capacity of about 45 people, right? So once we reach capacity, I'm sorry, we can't let you in, all right? And that's just health and safety, just for health and safety reasons.
I want to go to that one.
I think that would be a really nice one to go. It's intimate as well. It's extremely intimate.
We like a bit of intimacy.
And what day is that on?
That's next week. That's next week,
12th.
Tuesday, the 12th.
Tuesday the 12th. Oh, I can't make that.
You can't make it. Oh, never mind. Let me just check something. The 12th is it's Tuesday the 12th, man.
Yeah, you pick the day.
On here it says Thursday the 12th of March. On here, sorry.
Does it say Thursday? Hold on.
It does say Thursday, or maybe it is Tuesday though. So ignore that. It's Tuesday, people.
It is a Tuesday. It's actually a Tuesday.
All right.
Which is that's sad that you can't make it, but it's an intimate. So then that means because the comedy seems to have moved from joke telling to actual conversations with audience members. Yeah, if you look on Snapchat, if you look on YouTube, if you look on Facebook, you tend to see a lot of posts now where comedians are actually talking to audience members, and so it seems like banter seems to be more the norm nowadays. And then we'll move on.
Yes, we will do to the.
This is another big one. The 13th of March. It's Eddie Caddy, better known as Mr. Strictly Come Dancing. I love a bit of Strictly. And up in the top right hand there you can see Babatunde, who was actually on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out. We've got Tanya Moore. We've also got Slim, and we've got Kyra Gray down in the bottom right there. Michael Adewale up at the top there, and we've got Ola Labib. I've only worked with Ola maybe once. I think I've only ever worked with that guy once, but that is a heavy lineup. And a lot of them belong to the. It is. A lot of them belong to the Up the Creek agency. This is one agency you're literally looking at, believe it or not. This is one rostrum. And these are the people who are making waves on the TV at the moment, because the structure of comedy is we're starting to take more control of how we make our way through the industry. So big up to Kane and big up to all those guys on there. Get your tickets.
Yeah, just
right. We got the Pisceans birthday celebration. This is an old school lineup, I would have to say, right? Only because I'm at the back there, right?
In other words, very old school.
Yeah, it's dinosaur old. You know what I mean? So old I can remember when I used to when I used to run around on my what was the bike? What's the bike with the big wheel and the little wheel at the front?
Penny farthing.
Penny farthing.
Yeah, I remember penny
farthing. Or we could call it penny farting.
We could call it penny farting. Yeah. But the Pisceans, I didn't get to finish. The Pisceans, the Pisceans party is actually happening in Kilburn. All right. They actually had to change location due to some insurance thing that actually went on. But this is a birthday celebration, and it's going to be fronted, as you can see there, by Annette Fagan, who's one of the leading female comedians on the
Very
circuit.
good.
But then we have another female over there, Ahim Shim, better known as Divi. Divi, 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 the Barbadian Queen. Divi's there. Divi will be there in Kilburn. Okay? So make sure you go and see Divi. All right? And and we've got Mr. Blair there as well. Mr. Blair, obviously, one of the starlets of the circuit, holding up the bottom rung. I'm going to tease him and tell him he's holding up the bottom rung. And then we have after that, the backyard. Oh my God, the backyard has become one of the main stages for stand-up comedy in London. And we mentioned earlier on crowd working. That means that everything that Kane is going to be talking about is going to be happen. It will only happen in that room, right? He's not going to do any material that he normally would do at a comedy set, at a comedy show. This is going to be crowd working. So it's whatever he gets out of the audience is what he's going to work with. It's basically improvisation. It's not new, really, but it's just a new phrase that's being used now, crowd working. And it's just a 2-minute walk from Bethnal Green. And if you want to get tickets for this, all right, you're going to have to go to the Backyard Comedy Club. All right, just go to their website and you can get tickets for that. And that's the 16th of March. And we're only halfway through. Let's go.
All right.
Here we go. Now, you ask yourself, where do all the comedians come from? Well, if you go to the stand-up comedy showcase, which is on the 24th of March, all right, you will see some of the new comedians coming through. Now, a moment ago, we just had a look at Eddie Caddy's show down in Hackney Empire, and we saw Tanya Moore, all right, we saw Kane Brown, yeah? Both of those guys came through the comedy school, as well as Judy Love, all right? So if you're looking to see what's happening that's new, who's going to become the next comedian in the next millennium, or maybe in the next, who knows, the next 6 weeks, please go down and support the comedy school. I'm down there on a regular basis, like Mr. C, teaching people how to do stand-up comedy. That is something that you need to go out and support. That is what builds the industry. Thank you.
All right. Lovely.
And then we've got the Richard Blackwood tour. Now, this tour has been selling out throughout the whole of the country. And so as not to leave anybody out, as you can see, the dates up there, we've got Edinburgh, we've got Glasgow, we've got Bristol, and we've got Leeds, because our show transmits globally. Yeah, we are international. This the breakfast comedy show, right, is international, but we're national. So we want everybody around the UK to benefit from watching us each and every last Tuesday of the month. As you can see, the tickets, why them get pricey, you know, £18 going up to £60. Yes, so that's a day's wages for some people, right? And they're paying it. Which just goes to show just how much of a consummate professional Richard Blackwood is. So one, we applaud Richard Blackwood, and two, big up to Kobo, comedy of black origin, owned by an Asian company. I must tell you, I'm not going to lie, but we're still proud of the work that they do. Thank you.
Okay.
Right, here we go. Now, this is just a little sneaky one I'm giving you guys, right? I wanted you to see this. All right, because this one's going to sell out pretty quickly. I know it's happening in April, so I'm giving you a chance to go and get your tickets now. So if you've got an Aries birthday, this is Lovers Rock meets stand-up comedy, right? We're going to take it into smaller arenas where you've got a seating capacity of maybe about 200 people, and we're going to introduce this every 3 months. This is a show whereby I'm very proud of, actually, because it's taken a long time in finding the right location where we can get the right food, where we know that we're working with somebody who's black. This is a black-owned organization that we're dealing with. So we know that the money stays 360 degrees within the community instead of going out of the community. Okay? So love you guys. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. And I think we have managed to do the comedy roundup. And let's
before the break.
Wow.
I told
Well
you.
done, Rudi.
I told you he could do it.
Yeah, give Rudi
I
a
told
round
you
of
so.
applause. And
A round of applause, Rudi. I didn't think you could do it. You know, you did it. You're the man.
did it on point. And we just
I
literally
think
got
this
the
show
minute.
is always on point. To be honest with you, I mean we've got two great presenters in yourself, and I like the catty sniping. I think it's brilliant.
Listen, very quickly before we run off to an ad break, I've got a message from lovely Lee to you, Rudi. She says, "Give me oxtail, and I'll give you a few jars." You know, if that's what you want.
That's my
Oxtail
baby.
planted.
That's my baby. She knows me. You better make sure that oxtail is cooked for at least 4 hours. You know, I mean, listen, may have some. My teeth, them weak. The gums, them are weak now, so I can lose teeth, and I don't want to lose teeth.
Oh gosh.
She said actually I should play this reggae track called Somebody Just Put. And I hand it back over to you, Rudi, because the time is short, as you know, on this show. And we've only got 45 minutes. Okay.
That's
let's
cool,
go.
man, because the thing about us is that we're precise, we're on point, and we're here to give you information to let you know exactly what's going on. Now, the thing about the comedy circuit
Because you know we got to get HPQ's jokes in today. We've got to get it in today. She's not getting away with it this
well, we
month.
can't get it in if we're talking. Innit? We're gonna miss it, aren't we? We're gonna miss it. But we're actually on point because our next guest is somebody who I don't believe gets enough acclaim for the work that he's done. There's several different ways of making your way through the comedy scene. And this gentleman, he's traversed in a way that no other comedian I know has on the black comedy circuit. And just to show you just what level he's on, we've got a clip of him. His name is Nathan Caton, okay? And we saw him down at the Apollo. Let's have a look.
His mum, an 18-year-old kid, he went off to Syria to join, let's just call him Islamic State for now, right? Here's the cool bit. The mum went to Syria and dragged her son back home. I think that is bloody quality. Like, forget bombings and invasions. I think we've found the new solution to terrorism. Just get pissed off parents to go to the Middle East and take their kids back home. I think that'll work, you know. For example, if I was a terrorist and my mum or my grandma came to get me, that would work, trust me. I'd be in a cave in Syria, posing with my gun. And then all of a sudden I hear, Nathan. Where you? I know you're in there, boy. Unless you want me to come inside there and embarrass you in front of your friend, bring yourself come now. Next thing you know, I've been dragged by the ear to the local airport. My grandma screaming in my face, "Terrorist? You want to be a terrorist?" When we get home, me gonna show you terror. Come.
Please, let's give a round of applause to
That
our
was
guest
funny.
this morning, Mr. Nathan Caton.
Yay! So first of all, Nathan, let me get your name right, because throughout all the promos, I'm saying Nathan Caton, and it's Nathan Caton. So my apologies there. Nobody pulled
listen,
me up.
I've been
Nobody
called
pulled me up.
I've been called much worse over the years on the comedy circuit, so it's cool.
Nathan, I've got to say this to you, bruv, right?
Yeah.
There's no way you could play Bob Marley, yeah? Because your West Indian accent is terrible, bruv. It's terrible.
I was thinking the same thing as well.
Yeah, you know
Welcome,
what? But
Nathan.
when you're doing like the mainstream stuff, you got to like just kind of dilute it down to make it accessible for everyone.
Shut up,
innit?
man. Shut up, man.
Can't go too hard, man. Can't go too hard in the paint.
I ain't going to. Maybe it's because that you. I mean, what part of London are you at? What part of London are you at? What part? Where? You're
West
Harlow, Hounslow.
No, yeah, Hounslow, Ealing way.
So that means that you missed the brothers. Then is that what it is? Is that why you're
You're not so comfortable in the area. You're okay in the area?
I'm cool. I'm living a
You know what I
cushy
mean?
life.
Because I know you're a foreigner in that area, you know.
Yeah.
Nathan, tell them to leave you alone. I have that kind of diluted accent. It's fine with me. I understood, yeah? It's
Can you
fine.
imagine
Thank
Nathan
you.
Can you imagine Nathan coming out of his house and he's seen there's a sign that says "Go back to where you came from," and it was written by Mum? You're like, no. Morning, saying, Nathan, man.
What they
Thank you
say?
very much. Thank you very much for joining the Flight Time show, because I know
All good.
that you're a busy character. We know you're a busy character, and what we really wanted to delve into this morning was the fact that you do an online comedy show. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it's an online comedy club. It's like just like a regular comedy show, but it's just via Zoom, right? So all you got to do, you click on you buy a ticket, you get a Zoom link, you click on the link, and voila, we bring the jokes to you in the comfort of your own home. Myself, 3 comedians from the circuit, just doing our thing, making you laugh while you're at home, man. It's just a way to enjoy a night of comedy without having to go out if you can't get out, because a lot of people now, like my age, got little kids, they can't be going out to go organize babysitters and all that stuff. So it's like, all right, cool. I'll bring the jokes to you, man.
But isn't that the reason to go out, to get away from the kids? Just to go out
I know, but some people can't. They're like, listen, I can't leave the kids, so I gotta stay in and babysit. It's like, all right, cool. All right, put them to bed, whatever, and then.
But you know what? On another serious level is that there are a lot of people with disabilities who cannot get to the clubs and who cannot go upstairs, and you know what I mean. Some people are even frightened of crowds. Was that part of the decision in terms of why, why did you come up with this platform? What made the concept come to you in the first place?
Well, in lockdown, I did a lot of Zoom gigs, and I got into it. And I'll be honest, man, I like the idea of making money while being at home. I wish I could give you like a creative, it's about the art form. And no, listen, I just like making money without having to leave my yard.
So what was it? Are you saying that because of lockdown, and I know that all the clubs and everything closed, did that affect your bank account?
At first I was like, wow, I got a mortgage to pay, man. What am I gonna do? And then the Zoom gig started picking up, and I got into it. I was like, okay, this is nice. Like I remember, like I had COVID, and during my isolation, because my COVID went bad, so I just did Zoom gigs. It was like, this is the best illness I've ever had in my life.
I mean, I think it's a fantastic idea, and I know you said it's about making money, but there are a number of people who can't leave the house, leave the house, and who enjoy comedy. And when you go and perform in these theatres and some of these other places, they're not disability friendly. Not everyone at an age can climb stairs and go and find seats and crawl through people. So I think it's a brilliant idea to bring it to a platform. Technology's here, why not take advantage of it? We can enjoy comedy without leaving your own home. I didn't know about this. I'm buying my next ticket after the show for sure. I'm joining in.
Brilliant idea. I mean, during lockdown, Zoom kept a lot of people entertained, and you're now still using that platform and putting it out there. And I know H, because she's very passionate about Zoom. She's saying, I wish we could have another lockdown so we could do Zoom again, and embrace it,
I mean, believe it or not, it was through lockdown that I came in touch with HBQ, known as House Party Queen. That's what HBQ stands for, Nathan.
Okay. Cool.
She's constantly out there wearing dental floss and comes back with a cold every month.
Nathan, that's a lie. That's a lie. I do not wear dental floss.
It is too early for this violence, man.
I'm telling you. You missed the conversations this morning. We were talking about farts in a jar and Rudi's passion for used underwear, So
nah, man, I like the smell of oxtail and plantain. The mixture of oxtail and plantain is a concoction that I can deal with. You know what I mean?
No, I can't argue with that one. The smell of food, man. Listen, that's good.
So, you see, Nathan said the smell of food is a good thing.
Yeah.
Nathan said that the smell of food is a good thing.
If you know it's food, I'm good.
Yeah, but Rudy's not talking about food. Rudy's talking about the after effects when it's gone through the digestive system and it's out the other end. That's the kind of smell he's talking about. If you want to enjoy that, Nathan, I'm sure Rudy can bottle it out for everybody.
I didn't tell you to tell people about my fetishes, girl. I did not tell people about my fetishes. So Nathan, tell us what it is, because you came through the comedy circuit in a totally different route. I mean, how did you start? Where did you start? Quickly.
Okay, so I did so when I was 14, I did like a little comedy show at my church, right? And then when I was 19, just about the congregation. Then when I was 19, started in comedy circuit, but I started mainly on the black circuit, doing gigs we know about, like
No, they don't
Kojo's
know.
and
That's
Corks.
they don't know, Nathan. They don't know.
Okay, so the Corks, I would have did like Harrow Art Centre for like Carlton.
Yeah, that's
Special P.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, and then kind of just took off, and I got more and more gigs, and then the mainstream gigs came in, or mainstream, and that kind of just, I don't know, took over.
No, man, don't underplay it, Nathan. Please do not underplay it, because the thing is you went on to do Radio 4 shows, your own show on Radio 4. You started touring in Edinburgh. You started going up and down the country doing the work, which took you away from the black circuit, if I'm correct.
Yeah, well, I don't think it took me away, but I think the black circuit kind of just like left me alone. I don't know if they saw that I was doing the Radio 4 stuff, like, oh, he's doing mainstream. I was like, no, I'm just doing gigs, regardless of the audience.
Yes.
I'm just making people laugh. But it kind of felt like, okay, he's performing to the white guys. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just telling jokes. I'm still around. You still got my number. Call me.
Yeah, I hear you. But the thing is that there is that stigma. There was that stigma in terms of that there were different types of comedians for different types of audiences. And I think a lot of people forgot the fact that they were actually born here. They were black British, right? And if they were actually a postman, they would be delivering to every single door along the street, right? As opposed to just delivering to a very, I have to say, small marketplace. Even though the black comedy circuit, as you know, has a massive impact on the UK comedy scene as a whole, so to speak. But how did it kind of like make you feel that there was that sort of like you do that and we do this, right? Because you're an extremely successful man, but it still does it still have that kind of impact?
How I feel, I'm confused or baffled by it, because I'm like, listen, comedy's comedy, all right? Everyone laughs. You know, we might have like different humours, but at the end of the day, we will all laugh. And if you're a good comedian, regardless of your background, you can make everyone laugh. You know what I mean? You know, you bring them all together. And I kind of feel like, you know, I can tailor my material to make it accessible to everyone. So I didn't get how like I could only do the mainstream, but not do the black circuit, because I know I can do both. Okay.
Yes, you can.
You know,
definitely.
Just give me a call. I'm around. There doesn't have to be one or the other.
Because a major part or a major chunk of your material was always about your nan, your grandmother, your mother, and your brother. You know what I mean? And like you said, that's quite accessible by everybody. You know, but do you also think having the right attitude is just as important if you're going to make your way through the industry?
Just before you answer that question,
Sure.
Rudy, sorry, because I've
That's
been trying to get
sure.
in here.
Get in, girl.
Trying to get in there.
Push
Fighting
him
my
there, just
way.
get in there. Just push him over.
So you know, Rudy was talking about tailoring for audiences, and you're talking about, you know, he said you were from Hounslow and you were playing predominantly to white audiences, and you said you found it quite easy to tailor your material. Is there a massive difference for you in playing to a white audience and to a black audience? And do you have a preference? Do you find the black audience a lot harder to please, do you think?
Yeah!
I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't say black audiences are harder to please, but if you tell a bad joke at black audience, they will let you know much quicker.
Yeah.
Like white audiences, they'll be like, they'll just look around like, oh, that, okay, I'm sure he's gonna do another one that's gonna be good. Whereas black audiences just like,
why?
yeah, exactly.
Why? Yeah, but the thing
What's
is,
this?
the thing is though, that you were lucky, man, because you came through the church. So you know what I mean. If a joke don't work, they just pray for you. You understand?
Chucking holy water. Get out.
Talking about that, you've come from the church. Do you keep all your jokes clean then? Are you under that sort of pressure? Or
You took my question away from me,
Oh,
HBQ.
sorry, Sharky. You go and
That's
ask
all
it.
right.
I'll stay
No,
back.
it's all right.
Ask
No,
again. Pretend I didn't ask it.
No, you carry on.
I wish I could say that all of my material is like clean and wholesome, but listen, I'm talking about things I've gone through my life. So, you know, life
Time and a
life,
place.
as they say.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you just keep it real. You just keep it real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing like crude, rude material if it's like, I don't know, a church setting or whatever. But you know, in a comedy club on a Saturday night, whatever.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, because is there not a difference between a club and a theatre?
exactly. Yeah, club is gritty. Theatres, that's like the middle class. Like, oh, okay. Whereas comedy clubs are like, all right, let's get into it.
No, it's true. He's spot on there, because the thing is that you've played in front of many a different crowd, and I think that, to me, when we talk about Zoom, right, your show, where is it they can get tickets, by the way?
Jokepit.com.
So at Joke Pit, and what they can't just put Joke Pit. What else, bro? There's got to be more.
Jokepit.com, and then if you type in your house comedy.
In your house comedy, because I think we've got a little promo of yours that we could play if you'd like us to do that for you.
Yeah, sure, man. Cool.
Give me 2 seconds. Here it comes.
That would be great.
Just you, no one else.
Kids, wife and kids is asleep upstairs.
Oh, the wife has to go to bed at 8 o'clock as well. Bed now. So, are you married, Dan?
Yeah, I am. Yes, married, 2 little ones.
Married 2 little ones, mate. I don't think you're allowed to do this. This gig is sponsored by R. Kelly. Anyway.
Oh my God! I
love that. I'm definitely gonna get that.
Whoa!
Yes.
I just noticed you got. Is it Rhea Leah you've got on the 31st of March? Is that what's the lineup for March?
Lineup for March is Paul McCaffrey, Imran Yusuf, and Eric McElroy. Rhea Leah did last month.
Okay. So when did you get hold of Imran? Because Imran kind of like disappeared for a little while.
He's around. I've gigged with him a few times. So and he's a mate as well. So it's like, bruv, do you want to come and do my?
Yeah, I don't remember getting the call.
No. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. See, Nah, really, come. I'll get you.
No, I hear you, bro. No, I'm only pulling your leg. But I think that Zoom gigs are a lot more technical. I think there needs to be a lot more thought in terms of like the similes and the pictures that you have to paint, because you can't use performance, can you?
Nah, yeah, you kind of have to tweak your material to cater for an online audience. But I said, because I've done so many of the Zoom gigs over the years in lockdown, I kind of got into it, so I kind of know how to kind of deliver my material, but in a way that it still works on a screen rather than on a stage.
Yeah, because that must be difficult to do. Because you're right there, Rudi. Because comedy is a performance. You're looking at, you're telling the jokes, but also your body language also goes alongside the jokes. And on a small screen, that's got to be hard to quite articulate. Making sure that you see people see your eyes if you're kind of saying something funny.
Right,
yeah.
HP.
Yeah. You kind of have to get you can't be like all back here. We're like that, no. Can you see me now? Yeah. It's got to be that thing. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a craft that you kind of work. So it's a new skill that you develop as the more you do it.
Okay. And so is that helped by the number of shows that you've written for? Could you tell us some of the shows that you've written for, even though we have not seen your face?
Okay, so Jojo and Gran CBBS.
Okay.
Rasta Mouse as well on CBBS.
Oh wow.
News Quiz, Now Show on Radio 4. My Radio 4 show, Can't Tell Nathan Caton Nothing. There's that Channel 4 show from years ago, but I forgot what it's called. That's how well it went. Yeah, it's been a few things I've dabbled in over the years, man.
So are you looking at becoming a producer, a writer, director? I mean, where do you kind of like see that happening for you? I mean,
I don't know. I'm always going to be a writer. Because doing this, you have to kind of stay relevant and produce new material. So I'm always going to be writing. I know I'm just going to see where this comedy game takes me.
Okay.
I'm going to just keep working, keep producing material, keep producing content. I never thought that I'd be writing for a Radio 4 show when I first started comedy, but that's where my journey took me. You know, I never thought that I'd be doing a Zoom gig or a weekly online comedy club, but here I am. So I'm just gonna keep producing content, keep doing me, and seeing where this comedy game takes me.
And that's why we had to bring you on the show, so that people could realise that the comedy scene in Britain has grown, and that we're moving into areas behind the camera that a lot of people are not aware of. So you as a writer are bringing black culture to the UK. And not only that, but you're getting residual income coming over, so you like your money, yeah?
I've got bills, people. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful segue that you've given us, because you're talking about writing. We've got another guest.
Just before you go,
Yeah,
how much
sorry,
do you
sorry.
charge for your Zoom event? What's the cost?
Oh, yeah, so it's £10.
Price.
£10.
£10.
Okay. Thanks.
But you know, listen, that's less than like.
That's less than a split, bro.
That's
That's
fine.
less than a
You
split.
know what? You know, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'd rather pay that £10 and get some comedy and then pay it to BBC to their licensing. To be honest with you.
Well, it's not only that, you know, when you think about when you go to a comedy show, you think about the cost of drinks, getting dressed. Women, you know, we need a whole outfit, as you know, so there's that cost going on. So, but we can sit in our homes and enjoy this and just buy a bottle of wine. This is brilliant. £10 is actually it's not even expensive. You're saying it like, yeah, well, it's 10. No, that is really good. I'm buying my ticket as we speak, Nathan.
That's the cost of my oxtail and plantain. That's what that's the cost of oxtail and plantain.
And Nathan,
£10.
you know, I'm very much a technical person. I mean, do you engage with your audience on Zoom, or is it you just do your jokes, or do you sort of get people on screen and engage in that way? Do you do any of that sort of thing?
Yeah, no, I like to interact with the audience, because it's a good thing about Zoom. If they've got the cameras on, which I like to encourage the audience to do, then you can see their faces, you can see into their homes. Like, what's that behind you, man?
Look at that carpet, nasty.
You know what?
Look at that carpet, nasty.
Yeah,
and that's the same jacket. That's the same jacket I saw him wear down at the club.
Do you know what? I absolutely love it, because it actually just reminds me of kind of the Zoom days, but you're bringing it with comedy and that, and it's just literally like bringing back those Zoom days, but people are more willing to come on screen and get involved, and yeah, so it sounds like an excellent idea. Well done to you.
Yeah, big up, Becca.
Excellent.
Thank you.
You'll see us at the end of March on there. Cameras on. I'll be ready.
Definitely.
Should be wearing a duffel coat as well.
You ain't seen in my ass.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to be coming as road girl. Yeah, I'm going to be in my road girl outfit. I'm serious to God. You're going to see me in my hoodie and balaclava. I'll be HBQ road girl. Yeah, road girl HP.
Can we hold on to you for another 20 minutes, Nathan?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, because we do have another guest who's coming on. He's also a comic within his own right. Just finished his one-man show very, very recently, and he's also an author. And it'd be nice if we could play his little promo, and then we'll bring him on and talk to him about what he's been getting up to.
Hi everyone, I'm just letting you know, thanks to your support, Consequences has sold 497 copies. But that's not the only good news. The good news is that Karma, Part 2 to Consequences, is now out on Kindle.
Oh.
Whoa, that was a bit abrupt, isn't it? Oh.
It was. Let me just play that again. I don't know what happened.
That wasn't you. That wasn't you. I think that was him. I think we should bring him in. I think we should hold him accountable. I think we should hold him accountable for that.
Sorry.
Are we adding him to? Let's
there?
add him in. Yes, he's here. Sharky, what you doing, Sharky? Stop.
Sharky, what you doing, man?
Stop.
I thought Sharky was technical.
This guy. He thought that Sharky was technical. If you were technical, right, you'd have a background, you'd have a backdrop.
Listen, I'm not in the location I'm supposed to be in. So yeah, that's why I didn't get the
So you never sleep at your yard.
The man
You never sleep at your yard last night. You expose yourself.
Can you see my eyes? I'm tired, man. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Peter. You just expect. So we want to know, where are you? We don't want to know about your comedy. We
No,
want to know.
don't
We want to know the
We wanna
gossip.
know, where are you?
Yeah, where are
Who's
you?
behind you there now?
Here we are. Wait a minute, let me look. What is that in the back there? What's that? What's the cushion doing in between?
Hi everyone,
on the
how
left-hand
you
side
doing?
there?
Morning, Kate, Nathan. Nathan, I haven't seen you for years, man. How you doing, bruv?
I'm good. For you? You good?
I'm good. I gave you your first show, but I still, like Rudi, I ain't got a phone call since, what, 14 years?
You know what? Special,
You know what, now,
special. You know this is how these young comedians stay. You know these
Well,
youth, when
I
they
tell
take
you.
off, they don't look back.
No,
Yeah,
you know
look
what?
back.
Special. I remember the first gig I did a few. I think it was in Brixton. I was late, and I arrived late, and you're like, you know what? Because you're late, you go in on first. I was like, I just got here, bruv.
Discipline the boy, yes. Discipline the boy.
And you've learned from it. That's good. I like to see
Oh yeah,
you
I
progress.
arrive an hour early to every gig.
There you go. There you go.
No, you know what? You know what? As you say that, that's exactly the same lesson that I gave to Mo Gilligan.
Okay.
Right? Because you spoke about Harrow Art Centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a sold out show at Harrow Art Centre, and guess who turned up late? Hour late. Guess. Mo turned, and I pulled Mo to the side and said, bruv, you can't afford to do that, you know, because you got man like Peter, you got man like yourself who are doubling, yeah, and you know how we just get when a man is doing more than his time, or when you're doubling. Yeah, there's another side to comedians that they don't see, that frustrated, pent up thing of, boy, I got to drive another 40 minutes or whatever, speeding ticket, all them things in your head because somebody's overrun or somebody's late. Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation like that, Peter, whereby either the host or the headline act or has not turned up?
I've been in it many times. Sometimes I've even had to host because the host hasn't turned up. Yeah, and it throws you because hosting is different to doing a set, and it happens all the time. But you know what? I allow it now. I've come to the age now. You know what? I just say, I allow it now. I've reached that stage in my life where you know what? It's just, and that's it. You know, no fuss, no thing. Just
It is what it is. That's
it
the
is.
mantra I use. It is what it is.
It is what it is. So.
No, I think that it just goes to show sometimes you just got to think quick on your feet, innit?
I like the ear of silence just now.
No, there's no, I think sometimes I think you do need pause for thought, right? Even when you're delivering material, sometimes I think that comics tend to speed up, not allow the laughs in because they haven't left that space, you know, and that can also be quite an issue. But the reason why we brought you here is because you've got written there, right in front of us, writer of Consequences and Karma. Right, and you've sold just up to over 500 copies off your own back, if I'm correct. So tell us what it is about self-publishing. Why did you go to self-publishing?
And by the way, Peter, I reckon it's 501 copies because I bought a copy of both Consequence and Karma. I've got halfway through Consequence. I haven't managed to finish it, but great book so far.
It's tick, isn't it?
Mine's online.
Oh, you bought the ebook on of Karma, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, that's fine. It's Karma's about my life. It's about
wait. I know it's.
Okay.
I hear you. Sorry, I don't mean to. Sorry, brother. I don't want to cut you, but you've left out Consequences because you need to get to Consequences to get to Karma.
Sorry. I was about to say Consequences is about my life. Karma is part 2 to Consequences. That's basically what it is. It's the things I've witnessed. It's the things I've seen. It's the things I've been through in life. It's about a young man's journey, and he gets involved in things that he's not supposed to get involved in. But that's not what the story is. It's the focus is the consequences that and the effects it has on the families and the friends, and that's where you need to sort of like go into yourself and think about the choices that you as an individual make in your life, which could have consequences on others. And that's what the book is basically about. And it takes you through a lot of journeys, a lot of hurts and pains and sufferings after a certain thing happens, which is a crime that someone gets in prison for not really doing the crime, if you understand.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of things that goes on in this life, but it's true to life. It's true to life circumstances, all right?
And
Well,
that's
what. Sorry, HP.
That's okay. that's what I found in the book, that it was very true to life. I wondered if it was based around your life because the realness of the writing that was in there.
Yeah.
Pretty much Consequences kind of features throughout the book. Like I said, I've got 3/4 of the way through, but it's based upon people's decisions, and you can see their decision. You're thinking, why are you doing that? Why are you making this decision? You can just see it's not going to turn out well. And I like the fact, I like your title anyway, Consequences, because it gets people thinking about every decision you're making. Is it the right decision? And this is what's going to happen. This is a consequence of your decision making. So yeah, sorry, Rudy.
No, that's fine. That's fine, because the thing I remember when you were writing the book and you was talking to me about it, and tell us about the impact that your children had on the development.
Wow.
Because remember when you were talking, you was going backwards and forwards to them, and their role.
My children, what it was is I originally wrote the play because I wanted to do it as a play, and COVID hit, which is all, and so my children came to me and said, "Dad, why didn't you just write the book?" I've never written a book before, so their influence on the book is the language, so that it can relate to the youths. Because I would just write it as a father, and from what I saw, but my children had the input of giving those words that the youth use nowadays, which we probably use, but we just can't understand. Their language, because language changes, doesn't it, throughout the years. And so my children's input was the language I used in the book to make it relevant to the youth, because it's a book for both parents and the young to read.
You hear that, Nathan? It's for the kids as well.
Yes.
I'm grown. You talking about?
the grown kids. Yeah.
Oh. So that was their influence. You said it came about because of lockdown.
The book, I wrote the book during lockdown, but the actual play was written a couple of years before lockdown. Yeah.
And go ahead, HP.
How did you find? You said you never written a book before.
Never.
How difficult was it to gather your thoughts together and put pen to paper or hands to the keyboard to start writing? And where did you get your direction from in terms of, making sure you feel like you've got your structure? Thank you, Rudy.
Right, the structure. Okay. So basically, I was writing anyway from when I was young. From 14, I used to write school plays. I used to write plays. And then I started writing comedy. I write comedy for other people. But
who did you write for?
I can't tell you, brother. Up to this day, I can't actually say to you. I can't tell you unless you want me to get sued. But what I was going to say to you, writing was something I did anyway naturally, just write. But to structure my writing, that's where the
editor. Do you have an editor?
So again, I didn't have an editor at the time. No, I didn't have an editor at the time. So what I did is I just wrote how I felt. Wrote how I felt. This is how I felt at that time. This is what I did at this time. This is what happened at this time. And then I sent it out to people that I knew who had writing skills of books.
Okay.
And then they came back to me and they told me, all right, this is how you should do this. This is how you should do that, and take a chapter at a time rather than trying to spell out the whole story. Just take a chapter at a time, write everything you need to know about that chapter, and then move on. And that's how I became into writing. Then I took a writing course, and then I developed my writing skills. Hence why Karma Part 2 is written for me, but it's more, I would say it's more, there's more eloquence in it, in Karma Part 2 to Consequences. Yeah. So you see that the development of my writing skills have developed from Consequences, and you'll see the difference in Karma.
So the consequences of you writing Consequences is that you are now a better writer.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. Because I push myself. I like to try and get to the, I push myself to limits anyway. I do that.
Because when we talk about writing, how did your writing develop, Nathan, when you were working within TV and radio? Because what was your journey when it came to writing?
So my writing developed as I got older, because I'm more worldly, more mature. When I first started doing comedy, I would write out word for word every single thing that I was gonna say, and then I'd go on stage and it would come out just, you flow differently, innit? So I started writing bullet points instead, and then elaborate on that bullet point on stage, and that was my writing process as opposed to being a robot.
Okay, but then,
I
but
became
then
more-
when you transferred those skills to radio, what was the difference there? Because you're not writing now. You're not because now you're writing for people who are listening. If I'm correct.
Yeah. So I had to remember that one, they can't see me, so the visual jokes have to be interpreted in a way that it's got to make it more more precise for the ears rather than because they can't see anything. And also, like on Radio 4, for example, it's a totally different audience to what I was used to in the clubs. So I kind of open up my world, so to speak, and make that come through in my writing.
But then, do you not think that because the thing is that when I was growing up as a child, I went to a school called St Andrews, right? So in other words, I'm saying that I didn't go to school in a predominantly black area. I didn't. Yeah, which made it easier for me to negotiate and to communicate to a broader audience, if you follow what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, Peter there is writing, and he's saying, "Oh, okay, I'm writing this book, and you've got to create that picture." But I mean, wasn't there that moment where you was just trying to write funny instead of write narrative? And is it not the same thing with the radio, so to speak, guys?
Sorry.
I love Nathan, but we've got Peter we're talking to about his book, and we're moving into. I love Nathan, but I feel like we've taken the focus off Peter. Can we have Peter back on?
It's just that we were trying to link up that the writing for radio, the writing for a book. Do you know what I mean? And
it's all different types of writing. One is descriptive, one is communicating. Because when you write a book, it has to be descriptive. If I was to write a play, it's not me. I'm not being descriptive because the actors are doing it. You see what I mean? They're showing the actors basically are performing. So it's different types of writing for different types of audiences. Basically, is that what you're trying to say, Nathan? Was that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah. Thank you for nailing it.
No problem. I mean, old school teaching new school, same way. You know what I mean? But yeah, so the book, I urge you guys to go and buy the book because there is progress on the book. It is becoming a film. Again, I let that out. I shouldn't have said that, but
nice.
it is becoming a film because I've written the film now. Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm in touch with producers, and fingers crossed it comes out on a film. I don't know if it's going to be a low budget, I don't know if it's going to be a high budget, but they're looking at it, and the main thing is they've sought me out and they're looking at the book, and so that's a good thing for me. Yeah, it means there's an interest in the book because originally the book was going to be sold, and they offered me a large sum of money for it, and I refused it. You know? I refused the money because I said to myself, I want to do this by myself. It's going to take a long time, but I want to do it by myself. I just want to remain authentic and do it by myself. Maybe others would have taken the money, but I didn't take the money. I wrote the book for myself. And I wanted to do the whole procedure, if you see what I mean, from the beginning
Nathan,
to the end.
he didn't take the money. Did you hear that, Nathan?
No, I didn't.
Nathan would have taken the money. We know this now, innit? They would have given me the money.
You know,
Show me the money.
A lot of people told me to take the money, but I didn't take the money. And I'm just doing it myself. And I'm proud of myself.
Yes.
Yeah. And when the kids turn around and say to me, Dad, we're proud of you. That's it.
Oh, that's got to be it, isn't it?
That melted me, man.
I'm
Yeah?
broke, but I'm proud. I'm broke and I'm
Yeah, see, I don't
say I'm
have
broke.
kids, so I don't have that
saying
thing.
I'm broke,
Yeah,
Take the money.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm broke, but
No,
you know
because
what
the thing is that you're actually an accountant.
I am indeed. And when you refer to going to school and have you have two sides of going to a white school and
That's right, yes.
but I'm an accountant. I was being in a pure white environment where I had to go to work in shirt and tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I came back home, I had to buck off my shirt and tie and fitting. Fitting with the rubber. No, because back then
when you get back home, you turn into that roadman.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody went through that. We all
you
went
had
through
to
that
because if you didn't,
transformation.
you get threatened or you get beaten up because who are you to learn? What are you learning? Are you learning big words? You understand?
Yeah.
You would get that, and so I had to check. It's almost like what Clark Kent kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it was, yeah, I've been through all of that. And so hence why, again, Nathan, when you talk about comedy, I never look at comedy as a black and white thing. I look at comedy as comedy.
Yeah.
That's it. It has no creed. It has no color. It's comedy. If it's funny, it will make you laugh. That's how I look at comedy.
Does that mean you'd wear a dress?
No, I wouldn't wear a dress because I don't need to. Because I don't need to wear a dress. I don't need to. Although, you know what? I look good in a dress. I would look good in a dress, but I don't need to wear a dress to create comedy or have that effect of making someone laugh. I don't need that. That's me personally. Others might need that, but I don't. I don't think I need that. And
but is that not just artistic integrity? Is that just not? I mean, if for example, if you got cast, or Nathan, if you got cast for that role, whereby you know, what I mean, the requirements was an artist had to, the actors had to wear a dress. Would you?
I would ask why. Why is it necessary?
Okay.
Like, can I not do this? Can I not get to the punchline without being in a dress?
Okay. So
would you do it, Rudi?
Would I do it? Of course I'd do it. I'd jump in the dress. What are you talking about? Listen, man, I was wearing a dress last week. I mean, I lie. Last week I was wearing a dress. No, the reason why I brought that up, gentlemen, because as you know, what's been going on in America, and the whole Cat Williams debate. I'd really like to know what your angle is on it. Do you think Cat was right? Do you think Cat Williams was right to say the things that he said? And
in in terms of comedians, stealing jokes or what? I don't understand.
That was one. I mean, that's a 28-year-old argument, by the way. Of what happened between Cedric and Cat with regards to that specific joke. Yeah, but have you not noticed, or have you? Because I want to really see what you're seeing in terms of the way in which the industry is now seems to be eating itself. They're turning on one another. There never used to be beef on the comedy circuit.
But
publicly,
that's what I'm saying. But now we got social media. You see, social media it shows everybody everything, and people tell people everything. Remember, Cat was only responding to what someone said about him. You know. He just took it into depth and said, you know what? If they're talking about me like this way, let me just talk about them. But he just talked and said that a lot of things that other people might have wanted to say, but he just said it. And he ain't got no one to. The good thing about Cat, he ain't got no one to answer to.
No, he answers to himself.
Yeah, but if he had someone to answer to, maybe he might not have said those things. Yeah, because the powers that be would stop him from doing this and that. But he doesn't have that. I'd love to be in that position.
But I like the way the principle that you're using of saying that, well, I want to self-publish. I want to you're taking control of it all to a certain degree. And you're right, I guess. It will take longer.
It's going to take longer, but the self-satisfaction is I'm in control. Yeah,
excellent.
And that's something that's always happened to me, even from being an accountant. I don't know. Maybe if I do some ayahuasca or something, I'll find out maybe I was a rebellious slave.
Okay.
Because I'm being serious. Because I this control thing, people controlling you, when to work, what time you need to be at work, what time you need to do this or that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't like it.
Understand?
It's horrible.
I don't like it. And being an accountant, it opened my eyes. I remember. Look, I got to the peak of accountancy. I was AOL's financial director. You remember where AOL first comes to this country?
Yes.
Right. I was their FD. All right. And I hired people underneath me to come and work with me. And we used to go on meetings. And I used to walk into the meeting, and the people used to go to my clerks or my accountant, and they used to go, "Hi, Peter Francis," and they used to look at me and go, "No, he's Mr. Francis," because they just assumed being black, And I
can't be in that position.
That's right. Right. And so I hated that from a long time. This is why when I say I came out of accounts, I'm not out of accounts.
Yeah, I hate
I still do accounts, but I do it for myself. Yeah, I do it for myself. I don't work for no one.
And I think that
because I know we're gonna move on and we're gonna wrap up in a second. But I just wanted to ask Nathan, what other jobs did you do?
I was quite fortunate because I started when I was 19. I came out of university and then went straight into comedy. I had like little part-time jobs like at Heathrow Airport and here and there, but in terms of full-time, I've always done comedy. I've been quite blessed in that sense.
And you're university educated as well?
Yeah, so I got a degree in architecture. So as you can imagine, my family were thrilled.
That's so beautiful to know that we've got middle because that is a middle class job. That's middle class. That is not somebody who ended up in a factory, so to speak, right? And I'm sure your parents are proud of you because it means that you've taken the generation that step forward, because our parents came over and they worked as blue collar workers, and they wanted their children to become white collar workers, and our children are now white collar workers as well as entrepreneurs now. So we can see what's happening to Black Britain, which is absolutely fantastic. So Peter, please tell us where we can get Karma, where we can get Consequences. Let them know, because I've got to tell you guys, pretty soon coming up, Alison is going to be telling us a couple of jokes. Okay.
Right,
Alison's going to be taking a couple of jokes. But Peter, tell us where we can get the book.
Yeah, you get Karma on Amazon, and you can get the ebook and you can get the paperback book of Consequences on Amazon. What I will be doing is having a special offer on Consequences, because some of you haven't seen Consequences, so you can lead up to Karma. So you can get Consequences within the next week free on an ebook. Free.
You're telling me that now.
Free on ebook, on the
Katon,
ebook.
He said free, you know.
Not the paperback. Not the paperback. Free on an ebook, all right? And so you can get yourself familiar with what the book's all about, and then you can lead up to Karma, which is part 2 of the series and the final episode of my life type thing and it's available on Amazon at the moment. Yeah.
Wonderful. I've already got my paid copy.
Well,
but it's all for the cause. I always like to support anyone that's doing anything like writing, performing. I will always pay my ticket or pay my price and come along. So well done. Well done. Absolutely. I'm going to finish reading that book now. Honestly, it was a great read. I've got so many things going on. I've got to finish it. So please don't
make sure you leave a review. That's quite. I never tell people to do that, but now I want people to leave reviews. That's quite important.
Isn't that not like when you put a thumbs up and a like, and it sends it up the algorithms?
But the reviews, the review is really important for me. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm an avid reader anyway, so I'll give my honest opinion on the review. So yes, we'll do that for you. I love the way Sharky's put me on main screen because he wants me to do these jokes. So there's no backing. So Peter and Nathan, just in case you didn't know, I'm an aspiring comedian. Right, I laugh at all my own jokes. I'm working on the structure. I'm working on the delivery, but I'm hoping, and they're not written by me, by the way. Okay, I don't write these jokes. I just find them, the ones that I think are funny. So I have to deliver them now. Nothing like a bit of pressure, I've got 2 comedians here. 3 comedians, maybe 2, maybe 2 and Rudi. Anyway, so.
She's so feisty this morning.
Yes, man. I've been trying to get her to do her jokes all month, right, on the show. And she said, "Now I've got to wait until the comedian. You're not getting out of it today. You're not getting out of it today."
Well, we got Nathan and we got Peter Francis. So what better judges? What better judges to get? This is like X Factor right now.
I know it is. Nothing like a bit of pressure.
This is like a Zoom. This is like a Zoom stand comedy show.
Can I introduce this? We're gonna call this HBQ Got Talent.
Yes.
Or Got No Talent. That's it. So the mixed cloud can come out with afterwards. HBQ's Got Talent or HBQ's Got No Talent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to give my 2 jokes now before I run off the screen. So here we go. Okay, so friends of an old guy, right, have hired a lady for the evening of his 90th birthday. Okay, she arrives at the door. She throws open her coats and shouts, "I'm here to give you super sex." So the man thinks for a second and says, "I'll take the soup." I thought it was funny.
Okay.
Super sex, soup. Super sex.
Yeah, no. I got it.
Catchline. Come on, guys. Where's the laugh? All right,
man. Give
Mixed
some
cloud.
love.
All right, cool.
I'm not getting it. Come on, Peter. All right. I got another one. Guys.
You know,
I've run out yet.
Like, okay, if you did that at a black comedy club, they'll be like, boy.
It's lucky I've got the Mixcloud audience. I can't see them. It's fine. All right, I've got another one. This is going to make you laugh. I promise you, all right? So a String and his friends walk into a bar, and the String goes up to get a drink, and the bartender says, "We don't serve strings here." So the String ties himself into a loop and closes up the top of his head and then goes back to the bar. And the bartender says, "Are you a String?" And the String goes, "No, I'm afraid not."
Yeah, you see what I mean? Them joke there can wake up the dead. Listen,
that's brilliant. I'm afraid not. Come on. I think that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No,
Yeah.
not even a round of applause. Rudy, come on, man. I know you got my back.
I got your back, girl. I got your back. Because like Peter said, it will wake up the dead.
Oh,
No, I like it. Afraid not is a wicked play on words. It's a wicked play on words.
All right, I got my last one, and then I'm running out.
All right, people are gone, yeah?
It's okay. Where's the leave studio button, yeah?
All right, last one, and I'm gone. All right, seriously. All right, gotta stop laughing first. Sorry. I told my cat I was gonna teach him how to talk, and he asked me, "Meow, meow."
Damn, guys. Do you know what's making me laugh is the comedian's face.
I'd like to apologise at this point for HBQ. This is Britain's Got No Talent, as you pointed out earlier on.
HBQ's got... Listen, Mixcloud, HBQ's got talent or HBQ's got no talent. One of the two, guys. Put your votes in. Put your votes in.
Put your votes in.
You're a good presenter.
Oh man.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That's great. But before we quickly go, because I know I can see that Sharky's ready to hit the button so that we get to the advertising. Could you one more time tell people, Nathan, where they can get their tickets from and the day, and remind them of the artist that's going to be on?
So Sunday, 31st of March, In Your House Comedy. Tickets on jokepit.com. Type in Your House Comedy, it'll come up. 8 p.m. Easter Sunday, 31st of March. Myself, Paul McCaffrey, Iman Youssef, and Eric McElroy. Tickets are £10, cheaper than going out. So stay indoors, enjoying that comedy.
You want me to pay £10 for sitting inside my own yard?
I'll watch you. One go out?
That's a black man's talk, isn't it? Really, it's such a black thing. Such a black thing.
I watch you. All right.
Go ahead, Peter, could you please let our watchers and our listeners around the UK and let them know where they can get hold of your books?
You can get hold of me, like I say, on Amazon. You can follow me on I Am Peter Francis on all social medias. It's the same name on all social medias. I also play music on a radio station, cruiseradio.com, on Thursdays from 1 to 2.
That's a dirty word, that is. That's a dirty word.
But yeah, support the thing. That's all I need to say to you guys. Support me. That's it. That's all I need from you. Just support me. Even if you read it from a friend.
You know what, Peter? If you did a skydive off the stage, I'd step to one side, you know.
If I what?
Jeez. And on that note...
You step to one side. Yeah, all right. No problem.
That's cold, you know.
That is
imagine
cold.
Slam on the floor like
that.
No saying.
Yeah, I hear that.
I love you guys. I genuinely love you guys. I love the work that you do. I'm a big fan of the both of you, as you know. Thank you very much for joining HBQ and DJ SharkyDJ. Sharky, it's all yours, bruv.
Thank you very much.